He's like,
All right, with the NFL draft starting on Thursday, we gotta put out our mock draft. So, Carlos is gonna start out with pick one with the Jaguars.
realistically, I believe they're going to pick up Trayvon Walker. I feel like that's a good edge rusher that they need. It's going to be a good, solid pickup.
Yeah, I mean that's realistic. It's happened. I mean, I think a few months ago he was like not even top 20. Now he's just you know scouts have saw his crazy athleticism and is just he has very high potential. It's either him or Hutchinson with pick one, and if Hutchinson doesn't go one, he's gonna go two. If Walker doesn't go one, he's gonna go two. So I think it's those two guys. Walker has more upside. Hutchinson is more guaranteed. So with that, I'm gonna go Hutchinson with pick two. Because Lions also need an edge rusher. But granted, they need pretty much everything.
They need a lot more than
Yeah,
just an edge rusher.
but they'll take best available. So in
Yeah.
Hutchinson.
Looking at the Texans, I feel like they need a lot to improve on,
Oh, they
especially with this
suck.
trade, but they do have money to work.
They do, but they suck.
That's a good thing. Yes, they definitely do. But with this pick, they obviously need cornerbacks. They need another wide receiver, and yeah, I could assume they need a lot. They need a lot more on their defense. But with the cornerback, I think they're gonna cornerback. They're gonna go on mid.
Sauce Gardner. Yeah, I love this pick. I think Sauce is very likely to go three. Um, I would like him to the Seahawks at nine, but I don't think it's realistic at all. So he's I mean I've just heard he's an amazing locker room guy. He's locked down. 4 years in college, he didn't let up a single touchdown at Cincinnati, which
Yeah, yeah, for
is
sure. Yeah,
crazy.
that's what teams need.
He's lengthy, 6'3".
Straight
He's
lockdown.
he's gonna be amazing in this league. I think he has potential to be the best corner in the league. He has Hall of Fame potential. I think he's gonna be amazing. All right, pick
Yeah.
four to the
Moving on to the
Jets. They
Jets.
had a
Ooh,
crazy offseason. I mean, they got some good players. I mean,
for
probably
sure.
the second biggest haul after the Jaguars, but um, I think I mean, Zach Wilson showed signs of potential, but never really didn't have consistent play. So I think they're just gonna try to build around Zach Wilson and see if he's the real deal or not. Um, they need a wide receiver.
Hopefully.
I mean, probably after this, I think it's very realistic that they get Debo Samuel with the 10th, or like they trade the 10th pick for Debo. Um,
I
but
don't know.
as
49ers, weren't they
as
asking for like two first rounds?
as of right now, Debo's still in the Niners, so I'm gonna. They need a wide receiver one, and they've been very clear that they need a wide receiver one, that they want a wide receiver one. They're gonna do whatever it takes to get one. So they're gonna take Garrett Wilson, because if they don't take him now, he's not gonna be there at 10 because he's not falling past the Falcons. I'm telling you that now. Garrett Wilson's not falling past the Falcons at 8. So the Jets are gonna go Garrett Wilson at 4.
All right, solid pick. Now for the Giants, man. Oof. Um, they need a good bit. I'm saying this about a lot of the teams, but Jaguars, they already have a lot of things they need. Lions, they obviously have room to improve on all the time. The Texans, they're starting. It seems like they're starting to have a rebuild, and it's not starting off too bad. It's getting there. And then same with the Jets, amazing pickups. They're finally doing something with the franchise that's foreverly cursed. The Giants, I don't know, they're like on a hill with me, man. It's a up and down, up and down. It's hard to see what they're gonna do, but I feel like they want to go defense first in this draft, and I think they're gonna pick up another edge rusher. I think they're gonna go get Kayvon.
Yeah, Kayvon Thibodeau, I think, probably has the most potential in this draft. He's my best player available, or maybe best player in the
You
draft
were
overall.
just talking about that cornerback.
You know, there's a lot of good players in this draft. But
Oh, all right, all right, all right.
KT, I mean, good thing the Giants have two top 10 picks. They need tackle, they need edge, they have two spots to get them. I mean, and there's two really good tackles left. So,
Yep.
even if the Panthers take one, the Giants still get a very good one. Giants' offensive line is, really bad. It sucks. And I think they're going to focus on that here at pick 7 later. But now the Panthers are up, and I don't really know what I'm going to do. I think I do, actually. Malik Willis, I mean, they need a quarterback. And
Yes. No way. Sam Darnold has not proven himself, and Cam Newton is not
hear me
coming
out, though.
back.
Hear me out. I'm not
No
drafting a
way.
quarterback. This quarterback class is not good. I mean,
No, but they're not
Malik
getting a trade for a QB.
Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, I think they're gonna be solid. But next year's class, you're gonna have Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. Um,
If I was Carolina, I'd give Kenny Pickett a chance. I feel like he has the potential for it.
yeah,
I feel like
but
he's
I
NFL
would pick
ready.
quarterback if Evan Neal was on the board. Evan Neal's huge. He's a mountain. You're not getting through him, and besides quarterback,
For sure.
tackles their biggest need. So, if Evan Neal wasn't on the board, I'd go Malik Willis. But Evan Neal's on the board, so they're gonna go
You already know my
Evan
next
Neal.
pick. Then after you pick Neal, Giants, the defensive tackle. Let's already get this one over with. We know who I'm picking.
So you're picking Chad Muma.
All right. No.
Yeah, the Kemikwanu tackle. Giants they're gonna focus on offensive line at one of these two top 10 picks. Um, and if they took KT, if they get Kayvon Thibodeau and Kemikwanu, I think that's a very, very good haul. That's like an A+ first round draft for the
For
Giants,
sure.
which you don't
For
see very
sure.
often since they did draft Daniel Jones. Um,
Yes.
Daniel Jones sucks. I think they're gonna draft a quarterback next year. They should.
Maybe.
I don't know why they
No.
keep. I
Moving
don't know why
on.
they keep Daniel Jones. I don't know why they
I
keep
don't
giving him chances. He's not good at all. I mean,
know.
you gave him Kenny Galladay. You drafted him another receiver in round 1. You have Darius Slayton, and I know there's another guy I'm forgetting about, but that's 4 solid receivers when they all sucked last year. I don't think that's a coincidence that they all just decided to suck, and as soon as they got to the Giants, I think I think Daniel Jones is the problem there. But yeah, Kim
No.
Kwanu is I think they need to protect whoever is going to play quarterback for them. So Kim Kwanu is a very good pick at 7. Number 8, the Falcons. Let's just say it now, they have the worst receiving core in the league. Their wide receiver one is what, Olamide Zaccheaus? I don't even know if I pronounced that right. That's how irrelevant he is. So I'm going. That's why I took Garrett Wilson at 4, because if Garrett Wilson was here at 8, the Falcons would pick him up. So I'm gonna go Jamison Williams here. He's very fast. He
Solid.
just torched
It's
defenses in
solid.
colleges all season long. But there's one reason that he wasn't the receiver 1 off the board is because he tore his ACL in the I think it was the national championship against Georgia, or maybe the game before it against Cincinnati. But he tore his
Who was
ACL.
it that
But
didn't someone tear their ACL in the combine?
yeah, it was David Ajabo. I think it was Achilles that he
Yeah,
tore.
that
Yeah,
must have sucked.
yeah, I mean, he was going to be a top 10 pick or top 15 at the least. Hey, but that's good for me as a Seahawks fan. Maybe he could fall to us in round 2, and then we can get like a top 15 player in the second round. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jamison Williams. His rehab is reported to be going really well. So I just hope that he can be almost as explosive and fast as he was before the injury, which I think he will be. So I'm gonna go Jamison Williams at 8.
This one with the Seahawks,
Don't mess up.
I I listen, listen. I know, I know. I know you're not gonna like it, but I think they do need a QB, and I don't think they're gonna
No,
make a trade for one.
I
I
hate
know,
you.
but listen, they need it. They need it, and this is not the draft for it. Considering every QB from last year's draft was better than any top QB this one, which is a rough. We have to test out the potential. We can't just say they're gonna suck when not seeing what they're gonna do yet. Come on, we got to give them a chance. Pull a Brady on these QBs.
So which one are you taking?
I feel like Kenny Pickett's
No.
one of the most Kenny Pickett's one of the most NFL ready QBs. It's
Oh
bold to say,
man.
but I do like it. I've actually watched a good amount of his college gameplay, and I enjoy it.
All right. I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on this.
No, 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 no. I
I'll
haven't given my 2 cents on any of your picks.
no
Don't
because
give 2 cents on mine.
this is my team. You know, it's my team. When whoever picks for the Patriots, you can give your 2 cents on them. But
Okay, okay.
no, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. You know, quarterback is a need. Drew Lock hasn't shown anything, but like I said earlier, for the Panthers, next year's quarterback class is a lot better. They have 2 picks, so even if they don't get a top 5 pick, they could use those 2 picks to trade up for C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young, and then this year see if Drew Lock is actually solid or not. You know, he wasn't given a great situation. I mean, he had a mediocre offensive line at best, and mediocre weapons until Jerry Jeudy was drafted. Um, I mean, Cortland Sutton's been good, but I mean that's it. Um, I mean, I and then horrible head coaching too, horrible coaching staff. So I think they're gonna test out Drew Lock, take a tackle or a corner at 9, and then maybe Desmond Ritter's there in round 2, which they would take a shot on him. But if Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis get drafted at 9, I'll welcome them with warm arms.
Open arms.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's why I repeated it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next pick. Go ahead.
Oh, this is me now. Okay.
Yep.
Jets. They took receiver at 4. They had their second pick. They got this from the Seahawks in the Jamal Adams trade.
I must say, I think this is a very edge rushing heavy draft.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, like the top 3
Like this
players,
is a
the top
guarantee.
3 of the 4 top players, in my opinion, are edge rushers. And then another very good player, Jermaine Johnson, and then you have David Ojabo, who has really good potential, but it's just hurt. So at 10 here, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I could go Charles Cross and take a tackle, but I'm not gonna lie, the Jets' offensive line isn't really that bad, and they've liked George Fant. I think George Fant is solid enough. I mean, he's not amazing, but he's okay. So I think they're gonna focus on defense and take Derek Stingley. I mean, Derek Stingley hasn't played much college football in the past 2 years, but when he did play, he was locked down. He was amazing. I mean, it was just a few months ago he was getting like top 4, top 5 draft buzz. So I think that the Jets are perfectly fine with Stingley at 10.
That's fair. That's fair.
You're up, Commanders.
Hmm.
I think this is. I mean, I think it's gonna be a trade down spot, but I think the Commanders is a really tough team to trade for at this point. I mean, draft
Yeah.
for.
I don't know what I really want to do here because I like what they've been doing. I don't know how I feel about the Carson Wentz thing. I don't know really how I feel about it at all. But I feel like they do. Obviously, they do want,
They
and they're
overpaid
getting.
for Carson Wentz. I mean,
Oh, for sure, for sure.
they gave
We've
up
been seeing
like
a lot of.
they gave up like twice as much as like the Colts gave up for Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I've seen this. This has definitely been a weird offseason of money. For example, Christian Kirk.
Jeez, That contract's huge. That's I mean, there's a big
No
reason
type
why.
of thing.
It's a big reason why Debo, Terry McLaurin, AJ Brown, and DK Metcalf all want their money. Because
I'm not surprised.
they're seeing dudes like Christian Kirk get a bag, and they're like, I'm 1,000 times better than Christian Kirk. I mean, I think Christian Kirk is good, but I mean, he's not 20 million a year good. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
maybe like
That's undeserved.
yeah. Yeah, I guess the Jaguars are kind of like the Hornets. You know, they have to overpay to get somebody to go there. That's what the Hornets did for Gordon Hayward. They gave him another $30 million contract after. You know, Gordon Hayward was looked at as one of the worst contracts in the league until it expired. Then when it expired, he was a free agent, and then the Hornets just gave him pretty much the same contract. So I think that's kind of a similar situation with Christian Kirk. They're gonna look at it
Yeah.
that way for a while. It's gonna be like
With this
if he
Washington
doesn't put
pick
up
though,
12,000 or 1,200 yards a year and like 11 touchdowns, people are gonna be like,
oh, yeah, for
"Who
sure.
is this guy? He's overpaid."
With this Washington pick though, I might have to go with Drake on this one.
Drake London,
Yeah, Champagne Poppy.
yeah, Drake. You know, Drake. He started from the bottom. Now he's here, so
All right, all right,
he's
all right.
gonna go 11. I like it.
Nice
They
pick.
need a receiver alongside Terry, and Curtis Samuel's not great. I mean, he's okay. He's a good wide receiver 3. But Drake London, he's a big jump ball guy. He's huge, dude. I think he's a pretty solid player. A lot of people don't like him for some reason, but I think he's gonna be just fine in this league. At 12 for the Vikings, I mean your top two corners are off the board, but I think Trent McDuffie, I think is. I mean, he's down here at 20, but I think that's underrating him. I think he's a very underrated player in this draft. I think taking Trent McDuffie at 12 is good value. I think he's going to be a very very solid player.
Can't wait to see.
Yep. Texans, second Texans
Oh,
pick.
I think they would have taken McDuffie for sure.
Really, they took
But
Sauce at 3.
yeah, yeah. But um, you want to go down a little bit? Actually, no. I think they'll take Johnson for another edge rusher. Like we said, this is a very edge rusher, like heavy
Oh,
draft.
Jermaine Johnson, I like that a lot. I like that pick. You going Jermaine Johnson?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Yeah, I like that. I mean, he could go top 10 easily, and I wouldn't be surprised. Florida State. I mean, the he was like 10 times better than anybody at the Senior Bowl this year. That's kind of where he started getting his buzz. He was a round 2 guy, early round 2 guy a few months ago, and then the Senior Bowl came, and now he's looked at as a potential top 10 pick. I think he's going to be pretty solid. Some people mock him to the Seahawks, but I don't really like it that much. So 14, you have the Ravens. I mean Jordan Davis is just a freak athlete. He's huge. He ran like a 4.8, and he's like almost 400 pounds. It's crazy. I mean, I can barely run a 5.5, and I'm 180 pounds. So
Oh my God.
hey man, hey chill. So it was a overreaction. All right, Jordan Davis. I mean, he's an amazing athlete. They get that conditioning together. Michael Pierce isn't the long term plan for the Ravens, and I think 14 is kind of his floor. I don't think he's gonna fall past this, and maybe 2 picks past this, but I don't see him falling much farther. So I'm gonna go Jordan Davis at 14 to the Ravens.
All right. Time for the Eagles. Hmm. What do I like here? I don't really know what I like here.
Yeah, they have a few needs. I think receivers a need.
Yeah, that's for
Tua
sure. That's for
Olave,
sure.
safety,
I
Dax.
like I
Oh,
like Eagles defense, not as much as I used to, but it's not like horrible. It's actually pretty decent in my opinion.
guy on there that if I was you, I am not thinking twice.
You want to give me some? What you talking about, Charles?
No. Their line's
Or
really good. They don't need another offensive lineman.
are you talking about their safety?
Dude, Kyle Hamilton's a dog. He's like a top five guy. It's just safety is
I'm
undervalued. So
I'm sure. I like Eagles defense. That's the only thing. I feel like they could definitely improve their offense a good bit.
yeah.
But it's sake of a mock draft, then yeah, I'll definitely take Hamilton.
But they also have pick 18, so you could focus on something else at pick 18.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see what other
Hamilton.
draft picks come up.
You're going Kyle Hamilton?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think he's. I mean, I think he's like a top five guy in this draft. I mean,
It's a solid pick.
he's only sliding down boards because he's slightly underperformed at Pro Bowl or his pro day. Um, but I think he's amazing, and he's going to be a top safety in the league. 16. Yeah. 16 Saints. They just lost Teron Armstead to the Dolphins on free agency. An easy replacement. They were praying that Charles Cross made it to them at 16. Charles Cross is a very good tackle, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes as high as 7. I think realistic location is Seattle at 9, but I think Saints would be ecstatic to get him at 16. Chargers.
All right. Let me get this. I'm liking the Chargers all season.
Oh, they look amazing.
LA in general, not even just football. The money is just absurd.
The Chargers defense now is so good.
For sure, for sure. But with this one, I think they're going to be improving their line.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take Trevor.
Trevor Penning, yeah. I mean, I think
Yeah.
everybody's mocking that. You look at any other mock draft on YouTube. I say like 90% of the time, 80% of the time, you see Trevor Penning going to the Chargers here at 17.
Could see it.
They drafted Rashawn Slater last year. He's their left tackle of the future. He looked amazing. I think in a redraft he would go top 10. Now you're going to draft the right tackle. So back-to-back years, you're going to draft your tackles to protect, your potentially future Hall of Fame quarterback, or he's gonna be a very good quarterback. Now you're going to protect him. So Trevor Penning is a very solid pick. Eagles back up here again. They took Hamilton. Now they're going to go on the offensive side of the ball.
This one's yours.
Yeah. I'm going to go Chris Olave. I think he's going to be very...
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of a smaller dude. I mean, he's not like undersized by any means, but he's shiftier guy.
Well, that makes sense.
He's a tough guy to tackle in the open field. He's a good route
This
runner.
one,
So I think Chris Olave is a very good pick.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. With this one for Saints, I may have to go. I want to go Burke.
Traylon Burks? I think I like that.
Yeah,
All right. Traylon Burks.
yeah.
Traylon Burks. I think his draft comparison is like Deebo Samuel. I think he's gonna be a...
I'm glad I'm getting this Patriots next pick.
Yeah. He's like
I didn't want to hear your reasonings here.
I wish I had the
Hate it.
Patriots pick. Yeah, Traylon Burks though is I think he's gonna be very solid. I think he could be the 5th or 6th receiver off the board. This is a very good wide receiver class. I actually haven't seen Traylon Burks to the Saints too much, but I actually like it a lot. And I'm glad he didn't go quarterback because I'm a big Jameis Winston fan.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's not a question for me. This one's Malik Willis. You've seen Mike Tomlin. You've seen Mike Tomlin at Pro Bowls, like talk to Malik Willis and talk to Malik Willis's parents. I think the Steelers are just happy they don't have to trade up for him in this situation.
Yeah, and
I think
Malik.
I think Malik Willis is a Steeler at the end of the day in real life, whether it's at 20 or a trade up. So I think Malik Willis is a no-brainer. I mean, Mitch Trubisky
Yeah,
is not your future. I think he knew that when you signed him. So Malik
definitely. I don't
Willis,
understand that signing.
just a bridge player.
Yeah, man. With this one, I want to add more. I love Patriots defense. I feel like they can lock in most of the time when the time is right. It's just their offense is lacking. But with their new offensive coordinator, I can see more passing plays going on here. It's Mac's sophomore year in the NFL. I don't see much running going on, but I do still see a running stacked offense. But this year, I can see some more incorporating with their tight end. Definitely some more wide receiver mid routes. I can't see them throwing the ball deep with Mac. He hasn't shown much of a strong arm. But this one, I may have to go Jahan.
Jahan Dotson.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna go receiver in first round, but I also
I
wouldn't
can
be
see them getting a
surprised.
receiver in first
They
round.
traded for
I think they need more help.
they traded for Devontae Parker, which makes me think they're gonna focus
Yeah,
on.
I like that.
I
I like
It
that.
kind of makes
But
me think they're gonna focus on receiver in round two, and maybe get like a Shaq Mason replacement. But
maybe.
Jahan
But I don't
Jahan
know.
Dotson's a really good player. I like him a lot.
That's
Penn
what I'm
State.
saying. I feel like they can have one of the receivers run at the slot, so it adds more offensive heavy. It gets them. Holy God, it gets more space down on that field for zone defense that they get ran on, and then they can run pass to the running back. Michelle can get that. He can catch.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I like it. I like it. And it takes a receiver away from Packers this next pick, which I think now they're gonna focus on receiver at pick 28 and get something else here. You have George Karlaftis on the board. He's a pretty solid edge rusher. But I think they're gonna go offensive line. Josh Myers isn't good, so Tyler Linderbaum is. Tyler Linderbaum's a really good center, and I think he could be, a Pro Bowl center some point in his career.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a very solid center. I think he could be a top 10 player in this draft. He's kind of falling down draft boards, though, because he's a little undersized for a center, but I think he'll manage just fine in the NFL. So,
Most definitely.
Tyler Linderbaum at 22, I think, is a bargain for the Packers.
Now, Cardinals, this has been a season for them. I can't see what Kyle Murray wants to do, make up his mind. It now seems like he wants to stay in Arizona with his last post saying it's his home. But early on this year, this man just wanted a fat contract. And I wasn't getting it. I don't know what's wrong with him. It doesn't seem
I
like
think
there's
he's
much
going to be there
dedication.
this season. I think,
He will. He
yeah,
will. He's
I think
just
he
another
will.
crybaby. He was hoping for a contract. But I could see them picking up another edge rusher. Let's go George on this one.
George Karlaftis. Yep. If I was at 23, I would probably pick that too, if not Kyer Elam. So George
Yeah.
Karlaftis and Chandler Jones replacement. You lost him in free agency. Now you get George Karlaftis. You're at 23. Yeah, I really like that pick a lot. 24. I think they're just gonna go offensive line. Zion Johnson's the best offensive lineman available. You know, you got some play. You lost Connor Williams, I think his name is.
They also
In
Dallas
free
has also
agency.
lost Amari Cooper.
Yeah, they have C.D. Lamb. I think C.D. Lamb's going to be a very good receiver one
It
in the
is his,
league.
this is now his time to shine.
Yeah, and then you did end up getting back Michael Gallup. So I think receivers a focus, maybe round 2 or 3 for them. And I think offensive line's the focus here in round 1, if not some pass rush. But I'm gonna go with Zion Johnson. I think he could go a lot higher than this, maybe to the Eagles. But I think the Eagles just got two really solid players, so they didn't really need an interior lineman. So I'm gonna go Zion Johnson at 24. The Cowboys.
With Bills, I don't see them needing much insane help. I feel like all around right now they're stacked as it is. They're huge contenders. Offense is stacked. Their pickup with Von Miller, weird. That was a weird signing, but it is really good for them. I'm glad they got it. I'm
Yeah.
sure they're gonna make some more offseason moves. But I don't know. I really don't know about this one. I want to just say the pickup. I don't know. This is difficult. I'll say pick up another cornerback. Um, I want to say Andrew Booth.
Andrew Booth, yeah, it's him or Kyer Elam. I don't know why people. I mean, Andrew Booth was he was getting top 15 buzz just not too long ago, and now he's kind of falling down, which I don't really understand. I don't really know what happened. I think he, actually, think he got surgery something. Uh, but I think he's just gonna. I think he's gonna get past
He'll be
that.
fine. He'll bounce back well.
Yeah, I think Bill's situation is just best corner left on the board. Just take him. You know, I think that's just for the Bills. They have a really good roster. Corners, all you have is Tre'Davious White, and not much else. You lost Levi Wallace in free agency, so at pick 25, I think it's just best corner available. So 26 of the Titans. Uh you have Devontae Wyatt who's there. You have Devin Lloyd who's there. You have Kenyon Green. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kenyon Green. Yep.
All right.
They lost
Solid.
Roger Saffold to the Bills in free agency, and Derrick Henry's the best player on your team by a mile. So might as well make his job easier by getting him some more linemen. So I'm gonna go
For
Kenyon
sure.
Green,
Um,
which sucks for the Bucks too. I think the Bucks would have taken him if not the Titans.
yeah. Well, I think Bucks will not pick up Devontae Wyatt.
Devontae Wyatt, interior defensive lineman. Yeah, Bucks are just a team that they're good now. I think they're just gonna draft depth at every position
They just need
now.
more line help on both offense and
Yep,
defense,
yep,
which they're definitely stacked already on.
yep. All right, Packers. Uh, you took offensive line at 22. I think you have to take receiver at 28. You have Christian Watson, who I think has upside, but he is not NFL ready, and Aaron Rodgers does not have time to wait for his new wide receiver one to get NFL
No,
ready.
he is not.
George Pickens is a big dude. I think George Pickens could go maybe potentially before Jahan Dotson. I don't, in my opinion, Jahan Dotson's better, but I think some people have him above Jahan Dotson. But I like George Pickens a lot. I think he's gonna be very
Are you
reliable.
taking
I think
that?
he's gonna be a reliable receiver. I think he's gonna have longevity in him. So I'm gonna go George Pickens
Question
to
on
the
this one
Packers.
with Kansas. I know they have Juju. Who else did they sign on? Did they sign another wide receiver during the offseason? Because no way they're relying on just straight Juju.
It's Juju, Miko Hardman, and Josh Gordon. That's all you got.
I'm not excited about that
I
at
mean, and
all.
then obviously Travis Kelsey, who's a receiving option.
Yeah, but it's upsetting to see, honestly. Um, hmm,
They have back-to-back
I
picks
don't
here.
know. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think they're gonna go defense here. They're gonna go. Holy God, I wish I could pronounce his name.
Give it a shot.
27, cornerback.
Kyer Elam.
Yeah, bro, that's not a name I can pronounce.
Yeah, I think you lost Travarius Ward to the Niners. Um, you have Legarius Sneed, who's your nickel, and then who else? I think you lost Mike Haynes too. I don't even know who's the corner to in Kansas City anymore. So I think Kyer Elam's a very good pickup. And then they have back-to-back picks, which I'm picking at. And receiver, I don't really want to pick Sky Moore round one. Uh, Again, Christian. I mean, Chiefs want NFL ready receivers. Christian Watson isn't. He's a
They're not
project.
gonna get it. I think they're gonna stack more on defense during
Yeah,
this trade, which is what they want the most.
I think if George Pickens was there, they would take him, but he's gone.
So,
So they're gonna take edge rusher. They're gonna take Boye Mafi out of Minnesota. He's good. If they weren't a win now team, I would go with Jabo over Mafe. I think Ojabo's ultimately going to be better than Mafe, but he's hurt, and the Chiefs want to win games now, so they don't really have time for Ojabo to get healthy. So I'm gonna go Boye Mafe.
All right, solid. Time for the Bengals. Well, led by Joe Burr, a team of wash. Very mid.
What are you
I
talking
think they're
about?
gonna. I'm joking around. I'm just hating. I can see them picking up a solid corner. I think they'll
Yeah,
go.
I
I think they'll go
agree.
Kyler.
Kyler Gordon. I like Kyler Gordon a
Yeah,
lot. I think he's gonna be.
I
I,
think he'll help out with
I
the
don't
Bengals
think
really
he's gonna.
well.
I don't think he's gonna be a superstar, but I think he's gonna be a very good player. So I mean,
For sure. I
very. I
think
mean,
during that
yeah.
training camp, as soon as he gets drafted,
Yep.
they'll use him a lot. He'll be their starting corner for sure.
Yep. Yep. The Lions. This is a very easy pick for me. Um, so I would go Desmond Ritter, the quarterback,
Oh,
but um, actually, in round so this is the last pick of round one, but in round two, the Lions have the second pick in round two. So in this pick, it goes Lions, Jaguars, and then Lions again, and the Jaguars just drafted Lawrence. So why would they take Desmond Ritter? It doesn't make sense.
right.
So they're gonna take Daxton Hill, which is very surprising why he fell this far. I think he's a very good safety. I think he could go top 20. Um, because if Lions don't take him, Jaguars will. So I think the final pick of the draft is going to be Daxton Hill out of Michigan. He can play nickel, safety, whatever you want. He's very versatile and very athletic. So Daxton Hill, and that is the draft. Yeah, I can't wait for the draft on Thursday. I can't wait for the Seahawks to not take Kenny Pickett at 9.
That was definitely a bold one, but I believe it. I could see it.
It could happen. Um,
Anything can happen. It's a
yeah, I
draft.
mean anything could
Of
happen.
course.
For all we know, this could be exactly what happens, and there's no trades that happen.
I
Um,
wish this could happen. Oh my gosh, the brains we would have.
yeah, I mean, we'd just blow up and be famous.
If only.
Yep,
Only.
but that is all we got today. So,
We'll bring more. We'll bring more episodes soon,
oh
which
yeah,
is
for
gonna be more
sure,
fun.
for sure.
Next, what's the next episode coming up?
I don't know, but we're gonna talk about the draft after it happens for sure.
Oh my gosh, we're predicting the NFL season. That's for sure.
Yes, sir. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for the draft. I'm so excited. It's gonna be amazing.
Yep.
I think it was.
All
I
right.
mean,
Well,
it's already been a crazy NFL offseason. I think just more players and picks are going to be dealt. I think it's going to be a trade fest. So I think it's going to be wild.
for sure.